The Indian pace bowlers have really been effective in this tournament, devastating, some will say. Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Simraj. They've been really, really good at hitting their straps, hitting their areas, and hitting their lines and lengths. And let's have a look, and we'll show you why. So let's look at this graphic. You look at the average they've been getting them at 23.54. That's the best in the competition. But it comes down to these two for me, why they are so effective as a unit. Economy rate at 4.67, and that there means no team have gotten away from them. They've constantly been putting pressure on, bowling partnerships from both ends, and the strike rate is fantastic, 30.2, second in the tournament so far. When we look at the bowlers individually, you look at someone like Mohammad Shami. He's just come into this World Cup in the competition. He bowls well with Jasprit Bumrah, but you look at the stats and the numbers of his lengths. He presents the seam bowled upright. He tries to get it to swing. He doesn't try and hit the deck with a new ball. He tries to use the ball laterally through the air, and largely down to the fact that he hits a good length, and that's his stock ball. So he's hitting the top of the stumps. And what he has the ability to do, when the ball is new, he has the ability to move it either way through the air laterally. And that there, the good length, that's where he gets his wickets. He gets batters on the crease and he keeps them on the crease. And then all of a sudden his change up with the ability to move the ball through the air, in and out, is devastating. And that for me is why he is so successful with the new ball. Flip that over and you go to further down the line and you go to the middle period. He always keeps the stumps in play. If you look at this here, 25% and 36%, that is hitting the stumps. Because of his skiddy trajectory, that is hitting the stumps, and that's why Mohammad Shami is very, very difficult on Indian wickets to really hit through the line of the ball. When the ball sits in the pitch, in these middle periods and the ball gets older, he is very, very difficult to get after, to hit sixes and hit fours. So he's always keeping the stumps in play, and if a batter is not quite with his shot and loses the shape, he tends to get wickets in the sort of court in a ring. So for me, that's what the strength is for Mohammad Shami. So let's talk about Jasprit Bumrah and where he's come since the 2019 World Cup. For me, he's bowled a lot fuller. He's bowled at the stumps a lot more. Different to Mohammad Shami. Mohammad Shami looks to kiss the surface. He looks to try and get lateral movement through the air by using the ball, from a swing point of view. Where Bumrah is different. He bowls tight to the stumps. He uses the angles. He goes wide of the stumps. But more often than not, he's trying to catch the outside of the off stump. And what he sees, the weakness of the batsmen, are they going past the inside edge or going past the outside edge. If we just look at this graphic, since the 2019 World Cup, his percentage of hitting the stumps has gone up drastically, especially when the ball's new. Brand new ball either end. So for the first 10 overs, a brand new ball, 5 overs in Jasprit Bumrah's hand, it's gone up 3%, and that for me is a high proportion of balls which challenges the top of the stumps, which challenges the inside and the outside edge. This is the one for me. In that middle period, he's bowling a lot more at the stumps, which makes it harder for the batsman to really line him up to get him away. And that for me is what the difference is. And when you look at these numbers here, the bottom two, not so much. That he is adapting to the way the batsman's playing, and he's also trying to bowl at the death. So naturally he's going to bowl fuller and he's going to go towards the stumps. You look at the next graphic, you look at his speeds, they've gone up. Some of them not so much, but it's a consistency. If you look at this consistency of where he's at, from the very first ball to where he is overall, I think that is largely down to the fact that he's in great rhythm. He's in great form. He knows where he's wanting to put the ball. And that for me is why India are the bowling pace attack that they are. They're led by Jasprit Bumrah. He sets the tone at the top, and everybody else comes underneath and falls into a plan of partnership from either end. For me, Jasprit Bumrah is the king of using this white ball, and it's showing, and that's why India pace bowlers are causing problems in this World Cup.